What's that song? Is it Rockin' Years by George Jones? Rockabye, Rock of Ages, Rockin' Babies. The prospect of becoming a grandparent. You know, something I most assuredly didn't understand is when I was much younger, 17, on pins and needles, waiting for my girlfriend to have a period so that we'd be let off the hook after all that fucking. Wondering how our parents would react. Could be there's a difference. You know, our parents at the time would have been younger than what I am now. So, the perspective of your kids' kids. It's been a feeling that I can't describe the anticipation for. I'd never understood what happens with grandparents, how my parents turned into different people, how my wife's parents, it wasn't until after her brother had kids that I saw them make that change. We got some of it, maybe. I guess it's tough to look back on it. No, I'm wrong. We had these trips to Disney. I guess so much has happened in between then that those good memories ended up being overshadowed. There's pictures. Got that time of day in Disney in the mid-afternoon after the little ones miss their nap because it's so much fun. You ain't possibly going to be napping at 10. Take them on the train ride. Got this picture of her sleepy eyes. But there are my wife's parents right there with us. Huh. I'm really glad I thought of that. I don't know. We're all different. I've certainly seen grandparents annoyed by children. Certainly seen examples of them taking that I've done my part, so to hell with whatever. That back to that thing, Shafe, we were talking about, après moi déluge. Things will certainly change my perspective. I mean, you get out a little more, you live in a town that's a little bit younger, and you see youngins having youngins. It fills me with something else. Something that makes me feel differently than the way that I feel when I'm just on the interwebs, listening to the stuff that's pushed into my face and hearing perspectives of people like me that are having similar things pushed in their face. I like the feeling. I like the feeling of humanity going on. And it's okay the people that don't, the older people who say, oh, I'm just so glad that I'm 80 years old and I won't be around for that much longer. It's the way this world is going. That's where Great Stoke has a valid point. Like, you don't like the way that this is going and the thing that you've been in charge of. It's fucking laughable. Better for them to just mind their own business and accept that life goes on. Too painful. I mean, I've heard a lot of that and seen a lot of that. Big shift for me, it was, I don't know how old she is now, but going to somehow blessed enough to be invited to a 1-year-old's birthday party. And it wasn't just the 1-year-old's birthday party. It was all of these younger parents, people in their mid to late 20s, making plans. To that point, I hadn't heard of anybody making plans. Why make plans if this is the end? Well, maybe plan for if you're wrong. I don't know. Most assuredly, I'm thinking, if you ask for my unsolicited advice, make plans. Make plans for something that you love. And if you can't think of something that you love, then find it. Or be patient and listen and let it find you. Because true love, as defined, is selfless, not something against your perspective of it. Knowing someone else's love language, acts of service, gifts, touch. It's not your love language, it's theirs. That's love. And it's worth it. And in my experience, what makes it worth it is it's what we're built for. I think to go against that or to avoid it could lead to misery, because consider if you're going against it, you're going against your design. I mean, believe in it what you will. If you need to take it from the perspective of my faith and my belief that we have a soul, maybe. But you could even go so far as to have it as if it's however many million years of evolution would cause the human species to keep going. Had to do with the selflessness of the individual. I don't know. Man, with that in mind, does self-interest oppose what truly helps us survive? I'm thinking it doesn't, but Because if enough people are self-interested, then we're doing fine, right? Other than when that interest goes past the nose of the next person. Maybe we could all read Adam Smith together, reread Adam Smith. It's not The Wealth of Nations. What's the other one? It has to do with relationships and shit. Can't think of what it's called. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that I can't think of what it's called, because I don't want to be about name dropping or that kind of shit. Oh, you haven't read Adam Smith? Ho, 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 ho. Now it's bothering me. What do you say, Oscar? Uncle Shafe says that you hate me. Is this why? Like, man, Dad, I liked it better when you worked. I am adapted to you working, and I just sit around the house chilling till you come home and feed me. But no. You just have to climb that hill that you've been putting off climbing, because you had more important things to do. But here we are. The hill is finally the most important thing. There was I think it's a Joe Rogan bit about hiking. And he said, the problem you get when you go hiking with somebody is that the people that are really good at it, they get a break. So they stop, they get to rest, and then you, while you're trying to catch up with them, don't get a break. You get up to where they're, and then they're like, all right, you ready to go? It's like, no, bitch. That's Oscar. He's like, Daddy, why are we ranging out? Why you gotta be like this? Well, I tell you, dog. Does it have to do with making a promise to yourself at one time? What, pray tell, happens after I keep this promise? They're gonna make like another one? idea of doing what it is that I want to is a little overwhelming right now, Oscar. So the last time I fished, it was relatively deep sea fishing. I went out on the, what is it? Princess of the Bay or something like that. Anyway, out into Tampa Bay, commercial boat. One of the ones that's loaded with people, like they take 40 people out. They give you the pole. You can pay for upgraded bait. And it was a decent time. I ended up doing seemingly okay, as is true of a pure fishing story. And my wife still hasn't forgiven me for this. I was drunk. It was 11 years ago. Near to the day. I was drunk. Did I mention I was drunk? Cans of Budweiser Heavy were 75 cents. And I had plenty of money for that. So I haul this big ass, like a red grouper or some shit, the size of which my wife tells me you get an award for bringing in the biggest fish. I haul this guy into the boat, and you're supposed to wait for one of your hosts or mates to de-hook them and see to it. But not me. I'm an outdoorsman. I take the hook out of that thing's lip and I sit there holding him up, talking to him. I don't remember what exactly it was that I said, but the fish was large enough I could feel its heartbeat. And I was talking about how I could feel its heartbeat. And then, like a jolt, the fish starts flopping around as if it really, really wants to live, which apparently was more than I really, really wanted to kill it, and flops back into the water. I have a hunter's perspective on things, which probably makes me annoying to fish with. And just like that, I'm good with it wanted to live more than I apparently wanted to kill. You know, you say, "Till next time, brother," or something like that. That's why I have trouble hunting predators. You feel I don't know. You feel like you're killing one of your own. Gator is different, though. I think when you look back, maybe not, or if I was able to think a little more romantically or anthropomorphize a little bit more about it, then I would say, well, gator too. But it's real easy to get caught up in the moment, pulling in something as powerful as an alligator, or when say the trot line that the gator grabbed a hold of is hooked to the boat, and you're feeling this strange organic quiver as the boat's being dragged by this alligator. That's okay. Coyote's tough. Coyote is tough. Gets a little easier if you see evidence of the coyote taking down a fawn or a yearling. That makes it a little easier. Bobcat, I don't know. Maybe impossible for me. If you guys could keep a secret. I'm actually a cat person. Maybe that's why Oscar hates me. You think about it. What's cool about cats is how they don't need you. When they do climb up to your lap or whatever, it's like you're chosen. So what it is, folks, y'all cat person, dog person, or a no pet person? What was the name of that guy that had the ferret? He was in our YouTube sniper club back in the day with 155 millimeter. Dude, from all measures, from what he shared, very, very good marksman. But his ferret videos were the best. Where I say he was a good marksman, I don't know how it worked out, but we had that. And I don't know if it was him who did it or not. The Oreo cookie challenge, where we'd put the cookie on the target, 50 yards, offhand pistol, shatter the cookie in one shot. Does anyone remember those days? Maybe they'll be coming back. I mean, as of this recording, YouTube apparently is bringing back direct messaging. Fascinated by it. Was it communities? I think it would be nice for our little club, our little group, our little consortium, would be direct video messages, like back in the day, where instead of a comment, it actually showed the video responses right then. I did see a good excuse they had for ditching that program. I can't remember what it was, but it convinced me at the time. Sort of like one of those convincing videos you see about inflation. Oh yeah, inflation is good. Yeah. I think Roller Podger could tell us something about inflation. Wonder if any of y'all remember him. He was our Green Party representative, which I've done a very piss poor job of replacing both him and, you know, I make this persona, this amalgamation of, that is when I'm misbehaving. I make this persona an amalgamation of Randy Tooth and Roller Podger. If I were a better friend, I wouldn't do that shit. Maybe I will be one day. I believe sometimes it's enough to at least want to be a better friend, a better person. What do you say, Oscar? Once we start seeing a bunch of trash laying around, I know we're back in civilization. You can definitely fucking hear it. Alas. That's no fair. I knew the trash was here. If I was a better man, I'd fucking pick it up. But still got a ways to go. Right, Oscar? Will you love me when I'm a better person? He's like, I'll love you, you give me a drink of water, motherfucker.